All right, welcome to our Rock Solid team call. Today is Thursday, August 6th, I believe. Our first call of August, and it's in a very exciting, busy month we've got going on. We're going to let Rachel start with recognition stuff.
And I asked Courtney, I was battling whether we should go through all of July, and you guys, the list from July is just too long, and I don't want to take half of our team call going through the list. So everybody in July, I'm putting that graphic together so you will be recognized loud and proud very soon. For August, it's already an awesome start. You guys, you know this is Cup Month. So whether you're on a Cup team or not, you should definitely be pushing. It is the 6th of the month. I know we've said before to hit Success Club, it's one person every 10 days. That's it. One challenge pack every 10 days. So it's only the 6th of the month. So you still have 4 more days to get that first person. I know when you think of 5, it seems like a lot, but it's only 3 people. So for August, already Katie Pascal is on the board with Success Club 5. I know there are other people, so update those documents. Courtney and I can't see everybody, so make sure you guys update those documents. A really exciting recognition day today. We have 3 new Emerald coaches, Michelle Gilbert, Amir Ghali, and Rebecca Whitman. Congratulations, you guys. That's going Emerald is a huge, huge, huge milestone in getting your business going. You are open for business now, so congratulations. New Diamond coach, Katie Pascal, and that makes Heidi a 1-star qualifying coach. So very, very exciting. And we also have a bunch of birthdays today. August 6th, the big day for Rock Solid. I don't know what was going on this day 9 months ago, whatever year those people were born. Abby Rivera, Karen Moulton, Katie Fish, and Natalie Silva Duterte. I hope I pronounced that right. Happy birthday, you guys, from all of Rock Solid. And the 1 July person that I did want to recognize, you guys, is Courtney. She's going to kill me.
I am going to kill you. Stop it.
Being a Success Club legend, you guys, it's a really, 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 really big deal. And, Courtney she never celebrates herself. And it's really important that we recognize her for that. For those of you that were at Coach Summit, you guys, I'm going to get tears in my eyes over this. You guys remember the legends, the Success Club legends walked across the stage and they got this awesome glass trophy. Like it's a big deal. In 24 months in a row, Courtney has helped 3 to 5 people. Well, more than that because she missed Success Club 10 legend by just 1.1 month because of a return. Yeah, so if you guys want 5, you got to go for 7. If you want 10, you got to go for 12. But that's it from me. Cup month, you guys, just get fired up. Share with one another. The messages that you're sending people. Free challenges that you guys are doing. I know a lot of you are doing free challenges. It's Thursday of the first week of August. Now is when you really need to be following up with those people. If you haven't done so already, start talking about the next steps. What is the next step of your journey? How are you enjoying this? So get in touch with those people. And again, if you're not a part of a Cup team, if you're a new coach, that's okay. Get Success Club. I just put a training video together, so I'm all about Success Club and going Emeralds. But again, it's one person every 10 days, you guys. That's it. So, all right, you better shut me off before I go on.
No, the Success Club stuff, and we're going to talk about, our topic for tonight is really being the leader of your business and owning this and creating those leaders on your team. Whether you are a coach that has, you're just you right now, you're brand new, you haven't added anyone to your team yet, or you've got a tribe of people that are below you, regardless of where you're at in your business, it all starts with you and you being the leader and you leading your team and having a vision that is going to help your other coaches come along. Now, with that, I think it's important that, we had a lot of new coaches that come on and they're kind of nervous and they're scared to share. And this always starts with you. This journey, it is about you to start. And so when I tell my new coaches, I was like, your first month, I really want you to focus on you and your journey. I want you to plug in. I want you to work on your vitals. I want you to push play, drink your shake. I want you to share what you're doing. That is inviting, but you're not, so crazy plugging away thinking about, building your business. That is going to happen if you stay true to why you started this and you're working on you and your journey. Because I'm going to be honest, you guys, if you're not being true with your journey and your vitals, it's going to be hard for other people to really want to join you, because they're going to be inspired by watching your transformation. And that's not just physical, because I get people that say that I don't have a physical transformation. This isn't really about a physical transformation. That is a part of some people's story, but it's also about emotionally, financially. You know, there's a lot of pieces that go into this. How has it improved your life, your family, your outlook, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, you know, your posture, the way you carry yourself, your leadership? Those are all a big part of your journey, and people are going to be watching that. So if you're not walking the walk, it's going to be hard to find people wanting to talk the talk with you. And we've got another group going on right now, and I'm kind of crossing over a little bit because I think it's important that we bring this information back to everybody. But it's important that at the end of the day, when you're a new coach, you're thinking about, what did I do today that would move my business forward? That's looking at, you know, did I do my vital behaviors? You know, was I a product of the product? Did I do my reading? Did I, oh my God, I'm like totally blank. Did I invite? What you're inviting right now is kind of you working on you and sharing about that. So when somebody says, wow, you look great, or you seem really happy lately, share about what it is that you're doing. Those are your vital behaviors. And so to start, when coaches, if you're thinking about, you know, I'm not inspiring anybody, we need to take a look back and think about what you're doing right now on your journey. Okay, so go back to you. Always starts with you. And before we can really work on anybody else, we need to make sure that you are working on you. And I know Rachel and I do a really, really good job about making sure we talk to coaches about saying, well, where are you at on your journey? You know, like, you're frustrated that you're not hitting Success Club. You're frustrated that, you know, your coaches aren't responding to you. How are you doing with your journey? You know, and not that it always is that you're not being consistent with your vitals, but I will say 9 times out of 10 with my coaches when I'm having that conversation is that they've stopped pushing play. They're really far off their meal plan. They're having a hard time balancing their priorities, you know, and it doesn't feel good when you're like that. You know, you know that you're maybe not being truly honest with yourself. So start with you, reflect and evaluate on your journey, okay? And so when we talk about developing you as a leader, the first thing that you have to do is you have to own this business. You need to, every day when you show up, you're showing up. And that doesn't mean that you're showing up all day, because we are all at different places in our business. We should all have our 3 no matter what's that we're working on every day. So when you sit down and you think about, if I can only do 3 things today, what are they? What do they look like? What do I need to do? As a new coach, they're your vital behaviors. As you're an experienced coach, your vital behaviors should be non-negotiable. You're not even thinking about those. Those should just be things that you're doing. You know, when you get to the point in your business where you're leading a team, you're doing those things and you're not necessarily counting those as your 3 no matter what. Your responsibilities are going to change a little bit, but what are the 3 things that you need to do to keep your business moving forward for you and your team? And you got to own it, and you got to believe in yourself. So when you show up every day to your team to plug in, or to your challengers, and you're checking in on them, be intentional with them. Okay, so I've had to really, really hone in on this, because my transition from working full-time to being home with my children has been the best thing that's ever happened to me. But on the flip side, I lost a lot of time that I didn't have children screaming around me, right? So my day is crazy. I was finding myself responding to messages when I wasn't intentional. And I wasn't a very good coach that way, because I was rushing. I was answering things that I wouldn't have said. I wouldn't have been short with them. But my kid's pulling at my leg, the dogs are barking, and I'm not intentional. So when you own your business and you're responding to messages and you're checking in with people, it's incredibly important that you plug into them 100%. Because think about you. When you reach out to your coach, or you reach out to your challengers, or when you were a challenger, when you reach out to your coach, did you want them, distracted and giving you, their answers are short? You can tell that they're having a bad day. Hold on, I've got to plug in my computer here before I cut off on you guys. Sorry. Rachel, I don't know if you want to jump in for a second. I gotta plug my computer in.
Yeah, no, I think where Courtney's going is, be the leader to others. Be the leader to others that you would want a leader to be for you. So you don't want somebody just responding to their messages as they're driving or whatever, obviously. You don't want someone just giving you a one-word answer or, really, really short, unthoughtful answers. you want someone to give you time to, I mean, all of you signed up because somebody invested the time to get to know you, to get to know your goals. And so that is the leader that you want to be. You want to be the leader that you would want to lead you. Courtney, is that where you were going?
Yeah, sorry. I was like, my charger was plugged into the wall, but the two pieces of it's not plugged into itself, essentially. So anyway. So when you're thinking about when you're leading your team, you guys, the big part that's going to start is your belief in yourself. So when you're a new coach and you start your journey and you're doing your vital behaviors and you feel great, your belief in yourself is really high. And in order for you to lead your team, you have to have a strong belief system in yourself. The belief that you can do this, the belief that it can work, the belief that it's not going to be an overnight success, but if I'm consistent with my behaviors and that compound effect, that over time, I'm going to see success. But if you are a doubter, if you are somebody that says, it's been 3 months, I'm not inspiring anybody, this isn't for me, you have no belief in yourself, you guys, because nobody told you. If your coach signed you up and said, in 3 months, you're going to earn income and be able to replace your income from your full-time job, they lied to you. They totally lied to you. Okay, we're not ever going to tell you that. Okay, we're all going to see different levels of success in this business, and honestly, it's going to really depend on what your goals are. I mean, we've got people here that their goal is to get their shake paid for every month. We've got people whose goals are to just be accountable. They love this community. They can't envision themselves not being part of this team. They love the accountability that provides for them. And then we've got people looking to leave their jobs. I mean, there's very different levels of what your outcome is going to be with this. And to be honest, it may change over time. I mean, Rachel signed up just to get a discount on her product, okay? She's a 5-star diamond coach. I signed up to earn a couple extra $100 a month because we were really struggling financially. And I knew that this was something that I could be great at. I could help people. I'm a teacher. I'm somebody who enjoys helping others. But I needed a way to be able to do it in a way that gave me flexibility. So the thought of earning some income, and I share that openly. I mean, at first when I signed up, I thought that sounded really icky. Like, I don't want to do this just to earn income, you guys. But it's a reality of what we're doing. We deserve to be compensated for the love that we pour into people. I mean, I know this isn't about dollars and cents, and that's not where I'm trying to go with this, but don't be ashamed about the financial growth that you can have in this company. I mean, it's legit. You're working hard to help others be their best self every day. You deserve to be compensated. So don't feel like you're not selling products. People that sell products don't run challenge groups. They don't message people on a Thursday because they know that they had a horrible day the day before and they wanted to check and make sure they're okay. Their dog's been sick. They want to make sure they're okay. We do that because we care. We're not getting anything additional from that. Somebody already purchased the product from us. We're not getting any more out of them. We want them to be their best, and we're checking in on them. But you need to have a strong belief system in yourself. And if you don't believe, if you're on this call today and you truly believe that this is not something that you can be good at, we're going to need to really look at some titles for personal development, because this is an amazing opportunity you have sitting in front of you. And as you grow your team, they're going to be looking to you for that belief system. So if their leader is wavering on their self-confidence in themselves as to whether or not they can be good at this or whether or not they can change more lives, you better believe that your coaches are going to have that same belief in themselves, because they get it from, it's going to come from somewhere. We're not all born with this, I can do everything, I can rule the world. Well, I shouldn't say that. I feel like kids this day probably are like that, because parents, nowadays tell children, you can do whatever you want and be whoever you want. And some of that is true, but it's going to take hard work. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take consistency. It's going to take time. Okay, but believe in yourself. And I tell our coaches that whether you believe you can or believe you can't, you're right. So if you think that, not me, no way, I can't be a 5-star diamond coach, I can't leave my job and replace my income, nothing else has ever panned out for me before, just be patient with this, you guys. Focus on setting a couple small goals, work with your upline coach to help set some goals that are going to help you compound and work towards the bigger goal of whatever that is. And if you're not really even sure what that big goal looks like for you, where Beachbody really fits in your vision, that's okay. We've got plenty of time to figure that out. And guess what, guys? It's going to evolve over time, because as you dig in and you dive in and you change more lives and you become really immersed in this team and you make friendships and you see what it can be, it'll probably change, and that's fine too. But make sure that it all needs to start with that belief, and you're going to trickle that down to your downline. So some people, I think, what we need to really be conscious of is that, when you choose to enroll a coach in your organization, that's sort of your first step at really becoming a leader, because you now have somebody who looked to you and said, whatever you're doing, I'd like to know more about. I'd like to join you on this journey. And it's your responsibility to guide them. It doesn't mean you're doing for them. It means that you're guiding them. You're going to take their hand and you're going to run with them. And you're going to have a lot of fun and you're going to learn together. So if you signed up yesterday and you're like, I can't possibly sponsor a coach, learn together. We can't be afraid about learning together. I can't imagine doing this by myself. I love that I can do this with other people. That's a much better way for me to learn than to kind of tread through this by myself. We are a team, so we all work together. But if you feel like, I don't need to lead them because my upline didn't lead me, okay, we need to let go of that, because some of the best leaders in this business had zero help getting where they are. Those are all excuses. If your excuse is, well, my upline hasn't been there for me, or they're really hard to, access, or I'm on a weak leg and I wish I was on that team leg. Those are all just excuses to get in their way. And I'm going to use Carrie, who's our upline coach, as an example, because she has built her entire business by herself. She's had not a single person from above her help place anybody in her organization. She's built the entire thing for herself. She's retired her husband from his very successful job. She retired herself from her teaching job. And those were her goals, and she worked at that. And she found a lot of people along the way to join her. But she believed in herself. She thought, why not me? And she told her coaches that. Why not you? I'm doing this. You can do it too. And so you have the ability to impact your team from the start. If they see your confidence in that, I may not really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to learn, and I want to learn alongside of you, you and your team are going to be unstoppable. But if you lead people in a way in which you say, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, we'll figure this out as we go, I don't know, it seems like a scheme to me, I don't know how people can be successful in this, guess what? Your whole downline is a bunch of skeptics, because you gave them that. You gave them that idea that you're not sure that this can really work for you. You're not even sure why, I don't know. I went Emerald because somebody said I should, but I don't know why. Be curious. Carl said that. Be curious. Why? Why should I do that? What's the benefit of that? Ask those questions. Don't just, nod your head and do things. Ask the questions. So when your downline asks you, you have the knowledgeable answers to be able to help them. Doesn't mean you know all the answers. Trust me. Rachel and I, our noses are deep in the FAQ like every day, or we're searching the page. Just the other day she was asking for information. I was like, I don't know, it's posted somewhere. We're searching the pages looking for the script. So be curious, find it. Don't just rely on other people to do it for you. Own your business. Make this what you want to make it. Lean on the people around you to help you, but don't expect anybody to do for you. The other thing that this is a big part that we kind of really need to talk about too is that your attitude in all of this, and that if you are the type of leader who wavers in your self-belief, always has a bad attitude, is not approachable, your downline feels like, or you feel even when you're answering your downline, you're always in a rush, they're not going to come to you very often, and they're probably not going to be very motivated to, want to, I don't want to say work with you, the wrong word, but you've got to look at because your downline's going to feed off of that. You guys, there are a lot of days where there are some things that are hard for Rachel and I, and we have to take a step back and think about it from a leader's perspective. How do we handle this? What is the best way to go about dealing with this? Coach relations. There are some really aggravating and frustrating scenarios that happen with coach relations, but you know what? At this point, there's not a lot that Rachel and I can do to change the operation of what's happening in California or Idaho or wherever their office is, right? Like, I'm not flying there tomorrow. I can't solve it. But what I can do is offer to, can you call? If my customer tells me there's stuff going on, they're going to kind of take from it what I give them too. If I'm giving them I'm really sorry that happened, I'm going to help you make it right, let's figure it out, they're fine with that. But if we kind of chime into the, oh, wow, yeah, I can't believe that happened. And again, that happened to you too. I mean, we got to not answer things that way, because that's the way you might be answering them with other people on the team or your customers. Your job as a leader is to serve people and to help them, to diffuse situations that otherwise seem frustrating. Trust me, Rachel and I get them too. But as a leader, we try not to bring that to you guys. I mean, we don't want you guys to see that we're frustrated. There are times we're going to share those things, but we probably would have walked through it and talked through it first to figure out what the best way to resolve it is. So be mindful of that. When you're projecting that onto people, negativity, self-doubt, that you always need reassurance, people maybe aren't going to view as somebody that can truly help them. So be mindful of how you're sharing that information, whether it be with your challengers, on your social media page. Kind of take a step back, find the silver lining in things. Not every day is rainbows and ponies. I'm not one to sugarcoat that, you guys. I'm 1 week into, me and the boys, and there are some moments I'm like, I'm going to lose my mind, but find the silver lining in that. When I'm sharing about that on my like page, there's a positive spin to it. I'm fortunate that my children are healthy. While they might have drove me crazy today, I have 2 healthy children. So find some silver lining to that. You know what I mean? Rachel, do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, I think the only part I want to add to you guys is, even beyond the business. I know we're talking so much about leadership of your team, leadership in this business, setting the example for your challengers. I want you to be a leader in your own journey and believe in yourself in your own journey. I was having a conversation with a few of my coaches yesterday, and it was so sad, the lack of belief that they have in themselves, and that they don't think anyone is ever going to join them because they are not where they want to be. That's probably the best place to be as a coach, because you are starting your journey. This is a great opportunity for you to invite people to do it with you. I had an incredible physical transformation. I wasn't always like this. I was really depressed. I was really tired. I was a terrible mom. I have always aspired to be a mother, and I was a pretty bad mom. I didn't do anything with my kids. And I thought that I looked awful, and that just resonated in the rest of my life. When I started this and I saw that this team was so supportive and I started feeling great, I realized other people need to be a part of this. I believed in the progress that I would have. I wasn't there yet, but I believed in the journey, and I believed where I could be. And with that, I invited people to join me. So, when we're talking about being a leader and, believing, it's not only, in your team and being positive for your team, but it's for yourself. You might not be where you want to be today, but you're better today than you were yesterday, and you are on your way to greatness. So believe in that. If you guys again, it is those vital behaviors in your own personal life too. Personal development, that doesn't just mean, reading Go Pro and knowing how to be a better network marketer. That's the compound effect and regular habits, to better yourself every single day by eating right and exercising every day. It's the little things that add up. Personal development is so important for your own journey. And then again, inviting, you might not be the perfect coach to have all the answers to your challengers today. None of us are. I'm not a kinesiologist. I'm not a nutritionist. Courtney's not either. None of us are. We don't have those answers. Fortunately, we have a team of people where some people, that is their expertise, and they can help us answer those questions. So if you think that you have people that you're not going to be able to help them because you're not going to be able to answer their questions, there are people on our team that can. We have athletic trainers. We have pharmacists. We have people that will have the answers if you don't. But the focus is you your journey, believing in you, believing in the journey that you are on, and inviting people to do it with you. You might not be in a place to actually coach them yet, but why not have them with you? How many of you, by show of hands, joined just for accountability? I know I did, for discount and accountability. When you invite people to join with you, do you know what that does to your accountability? It takes it through the roof, because those people are counting on you to stay on track. So again, not only believing in your business, believing in your team and sharing that sense of belief with them, but just believing in yourself and the journey that you are on, you guys. You might have a long road to go. You might be at your goals, but you're on a journey and you believe in it. You're gonna be, if you're not today, you're gonna be the best dang person that you can be somewhere along this path, and you want to invite people to be a part of them. So believe in you, number one. So I feel like I'm preaching.
The last piece I want to just add to that is that, make sure that every day you're adding value in all your areas that are part of your life, not just this coaching business. Your whole day should not be plugged into this business. A very small part of your day should be plugged into this business. This is a part of your life, but your priorities need to be in check. So you need to make sure that you're keeping in mind all the other areas of your life that you value and that are important to you, and finding a balance with that. And I know that that can be difficult at times, and it's definitely something that I struggle with and I'm working on all the time. It's my personality. When I go into things, I go all in, but that doesn't make that right. Some days I have to step back and kind of take a step back, but continue to add value in all those areas, but add value to other people as well. This isn't a business about, while Success Club is extremely important to your business and moving it forward, people are not Success Club points, okay? They are people that you are forming relationships with. And if you continue to form relationships and you continue to give more than you're going to receive from them, you will hit Success Club, because eventually they will become your customer because they saw and they believed in you. They knew that you were somebody that was truly going to help them because they believed in you. You believed in them. It was a reciprocal relationship, but you didn't go after that with the assumption that they're going to be Success Club points for me. Okay. Those are really a reward for forming a really great relationship with somebody. I mean, it's really what it comes down to. So if you think about how you're adding value every day to the people that are in your life and you keep that on the forefront, Success Club should take care of itself, but you've got to touch a lot of lives. And we're reading we read The Go-Giver in our recent group. And if you haven't read The Go-Giver, you guys, I don't know, it's speaking my love language, but it speaks so true to what we do as coaches, because we're going to give, and we will get a reward on that. But it might be tomorrow. It might be 6 months from now. It could be 3 years from now before somebody is ready to join us on this. But when they are ready to join us, they're all in, because you know what? We've been all in on them for 3 years. We've been waiting for them to say yes, because we know exactly why they need this. We don't need the $32 commission. We need them to lower their cholesterol. We need them to not have the same family history patterns that their family has, so they can be around for a long time for their children. That's why we do this, you guys. And if you have that mission and you have that heart with what you're doing, there's Rachel with The Go-Giver. It's really short. You could read it in, I'm a really slow reader. I listened to it on the way to Summit and back. It's really short. It's a story. It's written like a story, so it's really easy to read. If you've got a commute that you have to take, it's about 2 hours, an hour and a half, 2 hours of listening time. It's probably not even that long. I had a lot of pee breaks on the way to Nashville, but and it was great. I didn't have to unbuckle children. I could just get out of the car by myself. It was like a vacation. But anyway, so The Go-Giver, read it, you guys. It'll really kind of help you really think about how you're sharing this opportunity with others. See, even Rachel loves it, and she'll be the first one to tell you she hates reading. So proud coach here. Yay. Good job. Read it. Be willing to add value to people's life. Add value to our team every day, whatever that might be. Commenting on posts, welcoming coaches to our team. I'm going to take a minute just to harp on this because I don't know, it drives me bananas. But when a new coach joins our team, you guys, there is nothing better in the world for them to be welcomed by an army of people. I'm not talking just liking the picture. I'm talking taking 2 seconds to say, welcome to the team. Congratulations on your advancement, whatever it is. So it is something that I know when I first joined and I was all nervous, like what the heck am I doing and getting myself into? In my news feed, I had, 44 people welcome. I'm making that number up. I don't know, but it was a lot of people. That's value. That's adding value. We know that there is a rock star in the house. We can't wait to help them on their journey. So that's just me plugging that one part. I know Rachel and I, it drives us bananas when, it was seen by 387 people and 4 people welcomed them. It drives me bananas. But anyway, so that's that. That's all I got. Unless Rachel's got anything to wrap up with, we'll let you guys get on with your Thursday evening.
I think we're good. I was going to write, we are family, but I didn't think you guys would get it. And I can't really sing it, but we are family. So yeah, I mean, it's, you remember when that first person welcomed you, or, for those of you that have rank advanced, when people celebrate you, or when there's a birthday, or, on Rock Solid, we're all about celebrating any and every little thing. Our challengers too, and you think about those times when you did and just how awesome it felt. So, yeah, be rock solid.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing that really sets us apart from a lot of other teams, you guys, is that camaraderie. I mean, it's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. So, alrighty, that's all we got for you tonight. We won't keep you any longer. New coaches can stay on the call. I'll keep it recorded. And everybody else, I feel like I'm dismissing you from class. You're free to go.
Free to go.
Free to go.
Thanks, Brody.
Good night, everybody.
Courtney, I think you can end this one and then start a new recording, no?